Okay, let me try that again. Anywho, I had to calm the 2-year-old down. So, update. We finished our construction on the bedroom and the living room. I now have a vanity, and I will post a video shortly, if I have not already, of my vanity space and my new makeup space. It is just in a corner of the bedroom, but it is still better than me trying to do my makeup in the bathroom. Um, my 2-year-old is wild as usual, and I'm having to keep him in a pack and play because he wants to get out and get into literally everything. So we have that issue going on right now, and it's hard to keep him contained because he likes to climb and get into everything. Um, my 7-year-old is in virtual school. She still hasn't went back to in person. So I only have her half time because I share custody of her with my ex-husband, and my mom and him, because I work during the day, are taking turns basically helping her with her schoolwork and making sure that that's doing well. She's so far making straight A's, so she's doing okay. She's in second grade. Um, so we've got a lot of stuff going on with that, and you'll see her especially pop up in my videos because she's all about YouTube and all about being on the videos and stuff. Um, again, um, my work has gotten a little bit crazier and busier because my caseload is building, and it's actually getting successful where I'm at the doctor's office and me as a therapist there. So that's what I wanted. That's what I hoped for, and it's kind of working out in all aspects of that. As you can see, my hair color is a little bit different. I went with the deep red this time, and it's definitely red. It's kind of bright. Um, Another update is my husband has finished his training, passed his license exam, and is now a school bus driver for the local school district. So he just got his route the other day, and it is a route at my daughter's school. So when she goes back to in person, she will ride at least a few days a week with him, especially in the afternoons. And he can just take her straight to either our house or to her dad's. So that's actually going to help out quite a bit because we don't have to go and sit in the crazy parent pickup traffic. Um, Usually my ex-husband did that because my work schedule didn't always allow it. So he took that upon himself because where he works, he owns his own company type thing. He's in business with one of his best friends, and they just worked it out to where he could go and pick her up. So that's great that we won't have to worry about that as much anymore. And we didn't want to let her ride the school bus, and she has begged to ride since she was in kindergarten because she thinks it's neat. So now that I know that she will be in good hands on the school bus, I don't care to let her ride. Um, so those are some updates on my life. Something that you all may not know about me. I am adopted and I was raised as an only child. I was adopted at 3 weeks old. Um, I am now 38 years old at the end of this month, and I did Ancestry DNA. I found my birth mother. I had the help of a search angel who, once my DNA results were in and I started making connections with people and stuff, she went into the connections and was able to pull family tree information and stuff like that and find my birth mother. So I found this lady on Facebook, or well, the search angel had found her on Facebook and sent me her profile. At that point, once I saw the pictures, I did not need the DNA. I looked just like the woman. So I sent her a message. I have connected with my birth mother. We are still in the preliminary stages of forming a relationship of some form. Again, I'm 38 years old. I don't need a mommy, and that's not what I was after out of this. I wanted some answers because I had a medical condition as a baby. I had leukemia. AML is the specific type that I had. And at the time, it was 1984. And it was pretty deadly to babies who had it. I didn't have a bone marrow match, and um, it was kind of touch and go for a long time. So I needed medical history. I've been in remission since I was 4 years old, for sure. I went into remission before that, but they kept giving me chemo until I was 4, just to make sure that it stayed in remission. So one thing with that is we have always been very um, on top of my health and everything because of that. So I really needed the family medical history for myself and for my two children. Um, so, in speaking with my birth mom, I found out that diabetes runs in my family. Um, a grandparent has had 3 strokes. A great grandparent passed away from cancer that she had 5 different times, I believe it was. And my birth mother was gestational diabetic with me and also with one of my 2 half brothers. I have a couple nieces and nephews out there floating around somewhere in Kentucky still. And my birth mother now has 2 additional grandchildren that she didn't know about. So, some good things are coming out of this year, other than wearing masks and a presidential election that has just been crazy and all kinds of other chaos from 2020 and COVID 19. But I have found my birth mother and connected with the whole other family um, that I hope to get to know a little bit more about in the coming weeks and months and years. Um, I was raised as an only child, so it's interesting that I have 2 half brothers that I now can connect with um, and form a sibling relationship with, whatever that looks like, because I'm not used to that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm looking forward to seeing how things play out this year and in the years to come on this. But I think that it was very neat that we connected when we did because she was prepared. She said that she knew this day was coming, and she has been very open with information that she can remember and that she is able to provide. Now, I don't want to re-traumatize her from any trauma that she experienced around my birth, which, from my understanding, it was a traumatic experience for her because she was a teenage mother, and there were some other things that had happened. Um, it's not my story to share; it's hers. So I don't want to throw a lot of stuff out there that she may not be comfortable with me sharing if she were to see this. Um, but she has been very open with me with what she can remember and what she is willing to share. I have not tried to force the relationship. I have actually tried to let things go as slowly as I can. I have asked her a couple questions, and she has promised to respond and answer them as soon as she fixes some issues that are going on with her cell phone service. Um, we live on different areas of the state, but we do plan to eventually meet. I just don't know when this is going to happen. Probably after the holidays, some point in time, because we're now in the middle of November and the weather's going to get nasty here before too long, and it's getting colder, wet weather, not to mention craziness with Thanksgiving. My birthday's coming up in a couple weeks, and then the holidays, like my daughter's birthday, and then we got Christmas, New Year's, all that craziness that comes with all that. So I don't want to rush it, but at the same time, I am so happy to have connected with these people. Now, that doesn't discount my adopted parents. These are the people who were by me every single day, 24/7, when I was in the hospital with leukemia. These are the people who, every time I was sick as a child, which was often because of my compromised immune system thanks to chemo, were right there with me. These are the people who raised me. These are the people who disciplined me when I needed it. And let's face it, I needed it a lot. These are the people who were there cheerleading for me every time I pursued a sport or academic goal or anything along those lines. These are people who have financially supported me. These are the people who have provided a future for me that I just absolutely could not have done on my own. And I'm not sure that my birth family would have been able to provide. That doesn't mean that they couldn't have, it just means that it may have been more of a struggle. I don't know their full circumstances yet. So I've been given so many opportunities, though. I mean, I am working on a doctorate. I'm a therapist. I'm doing what I wanted to do as a career goal. I am able to live in a house with me and my children and my husband. Um, if I can't pay rent one month, my parents are perfectly fine with me not paying them that month because they own the house. They just want my kids and me to have a safe place. These are my parents. And even when I'm talking to my birth mom, I still consider these people mom and dad, and I still call them mom and dad to her. And I hope it doesn't hurt her feelings, but at the same time, these are the only parents that I have known for my 38 years of life. And yes, she gave birth to me, but I never knew her in that relationship. So, as an adoptee, I've had a struggle my whole life, um, and connecting with her has actually given me some clarity and some answers on a lot of things that I needed clarity and answers on. And I feel more at peace mentally than I have in a long time. Um, I also feel like it's a circumstance where I need to tread lightly because I'm not sure the circumstances around my birth and different things like that. And I don't want to re traumatize her by asking a lot of questions that's going to make her go back to that place and to that time and to a potentially hostile situation or a huge trauma for her. And from what she had told me, it was a trauma. She just hasn't went into detail. So I'm not sure the circumstances of that. And maybe eventually she'll disclose it, but if she doesn't, that's okay as well. What's important to me is that I've connected with her and possibly my brothers once I find out if they're okay with me contacting them. So anyway, that's a little update on my life and some big changes that have happened here recently, but they've been exciting and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Now, I will be posting some more videos in the next couple of days. I'm hoping to get them all posted today that have been on my phone because I couldn't record on my other computer and I didn't have the opportunity to update the information yet and put it on here. So now I'm working on that. And so you'll probably see a lot of videos popping up in the next couple hours and stuff. If you like these videos, if you want to follow my story, if you want to follow any of this stuff, like, subscribe, shoot me a message. Let me know what you'd like to hear about. Also, if there's a makeup that I should try, different things like that, let me know. Because, I'm still fairly new to all this too. And things just here lately have been a little hectic and a little bit crazy. So now that I actually have a little bit of downtime, I'm trying my best to kind of absorb and process everything as I should. So if any of you have experienced any of this stuff similar to what I'm going through or have some words of wisdom to share with them, my 2-year-old threw a toy. You're more than welcome to shoot me a message, product reviews by Holly at yahoo.com, or just comment on the video because I go in and check these periodically. I'd love to hear some other perspectives on this. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy the videos.